Hi guys, this is Mrs. Spence, and today we will be starting something that we've been working on for a few weeks, and something called a literature circle. Okay, so literature are different pieces of writing, and so you and about 6 or 7 other people will all be assigned a book to read. And every few days I will assign a specific reading assignment. So for example, your first assignment might be chapters 1 and 2. So your job will then be to read both chapters, and when you're finished reading, you do not read on, because everyone in the literature circle has to stay at the same spot. You will then be assigned a role, and you've been assigned the job of the very important one, discussion director. Okay, so you have a very, very important role. Your group, after everyone has read the first 2 chapters, will come together and they will share whatever their role is and the information that they've found. So as the discussion director, it is your job to come up with a list of questions based off of what you've read to lead a discussion among your group. Okay? Now this is really, really important because it's your job to lead the discussion. You're kind of the leader. And the questions that you choose are really going to have an impact on how well the discussion goes. You should not choose questions that people can answer very easily. So for example, it shouldn't be a yes or no question. Does Sunny have black hair? Okay, that's way too easy of a question. It's not a discussion, right? That's a fact that we could look back in the story and answer yes or no. But your questions should really get people to think and talk about things that are happening in the story. So for example, maybe a question you ask is, do you agree with your character's actions? Okay, so maybe the main character in your story finds a $10 bill on the ground, and he picks it up, looks around, and decides not to turn it in, and he decides to keep it. So maybe your question in that case could be, do you agree with what he chose to do? And then as a discussion director, you would pose that question. You're also going to have to, on your paper, mark what page number and what paragraph helped you to create that question. So wherever that information, wherever you would have read that he picked up the $10 bill and decided to keep it, that's the page number you're going to tell me, and then count down how many paragraphs. That way I can find it in the story, because I will be grading these. And you'll write down your question, which might be, do you agree with his actions? And then I want you to give a response. So answer the question for yourself. Okay? So where it says one possible answer, okay? There should be many different possible answers, but I want you to answer one answer that you think someone might say, or what you might say to that. So there are 3 different questions you need to come up with, and remember, you need to tell me the page number, also count the paragraph, and once you give me the question, I want you to give me an answer. And again, your answer, it's kind of funny up here, they call it, should be a fat question. And I thought that was kind of funny, but what that means is a skinny question would be a question that I could answer in 3 words. A fat question is one that I'm going to have to answer with a couple of sentences. That's why they give you so many lines here, because your answers really should lead a discussion and cause people to maybe disagree or talk about things that have really happened in the story. Okay, so I look forward to reading your questions and seeing and hearing some of your responses. All right, enjoy your book and have fun. Thanks for listening.